Good morning. I've been thinking about some of the work I did yesterday, going in through the floor to access some of the water lines and kind of second guessing myself, honestly. But I think that's going to be less work overall and going to be far more pleasant for me. So that's what I'm gonna stay the course. I'm gonna stay the course. All I can do is learn for the future. But for the present, so for today, we are going to be attempting to run a PEX heating line up through and poking it out that hole there over to this channel here. And we're going to be replacing this run that was done and it shoots back over there. So that's the plan. We're also going to be working in here. We're going to put some holes there. We're going to run some PEX lines up so we get our manifold in place, and then running them down and into the other room. So that's going to be another challenge. We've got to get water lines run from there all the way into here and underneath the tub. So this is going to be a fun one today. I'm very poorly dressed. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm going to be digging around in insulation. So even with the choices that I did make, I'm going to be suffering today. So hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully you don't. Anyway, it's going to be a bit of a challenge from a filming perspective today because it's mostly going to be me struggling to pull pipe through a floor. I will do my best, but again, thank you for joining me today, and let's get going. So what I've discovered inside here, and unfortunately I can't show you, but inside here, there's a cavity going all the way back to the wall, and it's past where the blown-in was, and it's just open. So I don't know when that pipe burst, whether it was recently or whether it was a while ago, but I'm going to try and get in there with some spray foam to see if I can at least air seal, and then probably get in there and push that blown-in back in. It's an old house, and I think they likely did blown in the walls from the outside is my best guess, but I'm not positive. It's definitely got insulation in the walls. However, I think this was just a gap that was missed, or yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna get in there, do my best to air seal, and then start running the lines. All right, so part one, sort of kind of done. I was able to snake this through, get it up through there. Now I gotta get it to go behind the drain line and out through underneath. I originally started down below and tried to snake it around here, but I realized that wasn't going to work. There's too much friction coming around that pipe and up through. So reverse direction is working here. It's been a bit of a struggle. I'm going to try and film it. But yeah, it hasn't been pleasant. I'm already sweating quite a bit. All right, so a decent amount of struggling later, I've got the line wrapped around there, running underneath and poking up over there. And now I'm going to start exploring to determine where to drill down here. It's bent, kind of soft copper over there. This, I don't know what that is. I'm going to cut that off. But I need to figure out exactly where to poke that up through. I've got the line in the kitchen where it needs to be. I've got the line here in the bathroom where it needs to be. I think I'm ready to go. Just need to make sure I have all the supplies that I'm going to need to hook everything back up. I'm going to go downstairs and turn off the boiler. I'm going to start draining the heating system just to make sure there's as much water out of the lines as I can get. And then I'm going to start cutting and reconnecting. So this is always a little bit of a scary part because, you know, when you disconnect the heat, you don't have any heat in your house. Good news is it's warm enough here. Like I'm sweating. It's probably like 60 or 70 out. Good news is it's warm enough here now that I don't have to worry as much about the heating lines freezing or any water lines freezing. So I'm going to go for it. So we're down in the basement right now, right by the furnace. I have turned off everything in the house that I can think of. So now we need to do a little exploring. I think, based on past experience, that the lines going upstairs are here. Oh, look. First floor apartment, upstairs bedroom. All right, so that one is not the one I'm looking for. Second floor apartment. Look at this. Look at that. All right, let's see if this works. I swear I didn't plan that. I have no idea where this goes, by the way. It's the last guy that was here put water in here, and it seemed to go away. So I have no idea where this is going, but it's probably fine. All right, so here, I'm just going to cut one of these lines and get it into the bucket as quickly as I can. Surprising no one, I have changed plans slightly again. I went and attempted to cut into this because I was going to put an end on this. This is soft copper, which I believe I can connect to, but I can't seem to get a good cut on it. It just crumples. And I did notice when I took the cover off that there is essentially a gap here where it was tied together with another piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go get another one of these. It's going to look a little bit better because it's a 6-foot run, which is what this is. It won't be sticking out of the back here. I'll have to move that piece over slightly, just a little bit, to get it to run underneath there. I hope I have enough length, but we'll see. I think I do. So we're going to pivot for the rest of the day, and we're going to work on running some of those white water lines underneath the floor from this channel here down. We're going to run them down over to this vanity area here, and we're going to try and see if we can get some over to the tub as well. Came right up through the hole for me and everything. So now these first 2 lines, I'm going to try and make them to the shower. I am so itchy right now. So good news. I was able to get these 2 lines snaked over. So this is going to be the hot and the cold lines. I need to mark them before I forget. But the first one went through super easy. I think I ended up getting through in a notch somewhere in there the first time. I did the same thing again the second, but it was quite a bit harder. You can see I got the 2 lines running underneath there. So those are running out through the back of the tub. I'm not sure if you can see it from here. See those lines poking out there? So I've got those in place. The next 2 hopefully will be a little bit easier. I just need to run 2 lines from here over to the vanity, and those will just stick up there. So onward. All right, so the last one I did, which I finally got through, was a big old pain in the butt. So I imagine this one's going to be even worse. All right, so the last thing I'm going to attempt for the day is to take off this fitting here. So that one right there, so I can get this baseboard off, the one that I'm going to replace. This makes me a little nervous because, obviously I don't want to open up any more floor, but I'm going to give it a go. And I might end up just cutting it and getting a whole new fitting assembly that I can put on ahead of time and just solder that joint right there. But it's looking a little bit rough, but we're going to give it a go, and hopefully I don't end up having to call a plumber. Now might be a good time to mention I've never actually replaced one of these before, but my confidence game is just on point. Whew. Okay, so we're done. That was a long day. I am filthy. You probably see I'm covered in scratches and scrapes and dirt and everything. We got a ton done today. I'm super excited. I got lucky today, right? I ran these 4 lines. I had no idea what was in this bay here. Going over to both the vanity and the tub, and somehow I got them over. It wasn't easy, but I was able to do it, and I'm pretty excited about that because that was a big unknown. You never know what's going to be underneath in the floors, whether there's going to be cross bracing or what. And we got lucky, and I think there is cross bracing, but we were able to get things in there and work around it. So super excited. This was a great day, and I'm done. I'm going to go home and I'm going to get cleaned up, and I'm probably going to get some lunch. So thank you so much for joining me today. And as a reminder, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. We will see you next time.